What if I told you that this business owner gets 200 plus support requests per day, but their support team works only 4 hours a week? Today I'm going to show you a kind of an AI support agent that's handling customer support across email, Slack, and website forms completely automatically. Now here's the problem. Most businesses have their support on 3 different or 4 different channels, like an email sent to a support inbox, a message on Slack, a website form submissions, and all of these things, if they are sent on weekends or on during the midnight time, they all get missed. Then ultimately, due to the delayed response, customers get frustrated, ultimately leading to the higher churn rate. Now the solution is straight. All of these channels can be monitored simultaneously by an AI support agent built with N8N, and it responds quickly, understanding their history data points, past support tickets, and even checking through the knowledge base and FAQ lists. And here's the key: it doesn't just acknowledge tickets, it actually solves problems by tapping into our knowledge base and learning from previous solutions. So let me just show you exactly step by step going through the workflow to show what's happening in the backend. So stick till the end because this video is going to be exciting for you. Alright guys, so I'm on my N8N dashboard now, and the workflow that you're seeing right now is a complete workflow of multi-channel AI support ticket agent that I just talked to you. And the beauty of this system is that it handles all different channels simultaneously and at the same time, and it can basically fix all the support issues related with the delayed responses, the missed tickets, and the bad user experience. Implementing such system on a company can improve 90% of the response rates and 90% of the customer retention rate. Let's just be honest. This system is not basically removing the task of the human team. It's actually improving the customer support response rate by handling the first response as fast as possible and ask the details from the users so that all the details are ready to be served to the support team, the human team actually, so that they can go inside in the back end and do all this stuff. Human team will still be there, but they are going to respond or they are going to fix the issues much faster than the previous process, the traditional process where they have to handle the responses, all the responses manually. If there's something missing in the ticket, something missing in the issues, they have to send them an email back and forth and get all the details first and then send to the technical team. This is kind of a intermediary agent that can handle all those details and fix them for them, and also we basically creating a ticket for the human team to handle them later on. Now it consists of 4 different stages over here. The first stage is the trigger part, where you can add as many triggers as you want, but uh, we have added 3 triggers over here for the 3 different channels. If somebody sends an email to the support inbox, that will trigger this email trigger node. If somebody sends a message or Slack channel, support channel, that will trigger this Slack trigger node. And if somebody sends a contact form, submits a contact form on the website, then this node will trigger. Now, after that, we have the data collection and analysis part, which is basically used to normalize all the structure of the format of the customer queries into a single format, so that it's going to be easier for the next agent to understand what kind of query it is, what is the sentiment analysis of the user while sending the query, and what's the urgency rate, or basically the criticality of the issue over there. After that, we have our main agent that has access to our knowledge base for handling, for answering any questions, or maybe like any like looking to the solutions of any uh, issues, troubleshooting issues, basically troubleshooting part. Then it has access to the backend database, so that it can get the ticket data, it can update some tickets, it can get the customer reports. It can also create a ticket if it understands that this issue is required to be handled. After that, there's a switch statement basically that is just to identify from which channel the query has come into. And after that we have the response system where we have the two nodes, the Slack node which is used to send the message that to the user and tagging the user and responding back from the agent, and the email node basically to send the email to the user who have contacted us via the website or via the emails. Now what I'm going to do is, this is our company channel and Slack channel, Slack account, and this is a support channel that we are using to handle the requests. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to execute this workflow and I'll wait for the trigger to get activated. I'll just send a message over here, something like this, and let's just see what happens. The Slack trigger gets triggered up. Now it's analyzing the message and finding the report from the Slack about the user account details, the name and email of it. And then after that, basically it has sent the details to the agent. What it has sent? It has sent all the details. User cannot log in via authentication, all those things. And see, you can see that it has accessed the customer data. It has accessed the knowledge base, and now it's working in the backend, thinking about the potential replies what it can send, and now it has created a ticket for it, and now it has sent the message back to the user. So let's just see what happens. All right, so it has sent me a message completely in Hindi format. So this was my account, Growth Automation Pro, and this is was my email. This is my email for that customer on the Slack, and the preferred language is set to Hindi. That's why it has sent me all of these details in Hindi format. Basically, it replies back to the customer on their preferred language. So let's just say these people have English languages, John Smith and Sarah Jones. So if we send a message from this particular person, it will send them an email to in English language. Let's just see another example for this email, which has the French language selected. So I'm going to submit a website form. I have a link of it. It's a Google form basically, and we can embed this form on website also. So this is a kind of form submission that I am doing for issue reporting related with the integrating of Zapier with my account. And now before I'll script submit, I'll trigger this up. I'll unpin these. I'll disconnect this up so that it won't have the past details, and I'll execute this trigger, and now I'll submit this up. So let us see what happens. So the trigger fired up and the initial analysis being worked upon. Let's wait for some time. Now this edit field is basically just to set all the values in proper format, and then after that, let's see, it has gone to the main agent. It has submitted the initial analysis of the report. The name is Charles. There's this email, source, website, form, the priority reasoning, sentiment score. It has also given that. It has broken down the issue into multiple different factors and then analyzed it up. And then after that, it is sent to the main agent. Now, after that, it's gathering the details, customer data from the backend, and it has created a ticket. All this analysis and ticket creation, it has sent the message to the next node, which is the switch node. And from here, we have two options. If the message has come from Slack, then it will set the source as a Slack message. And if the message has come from the contact form or the email, then it will set the source as an email. So currently, since we have submitted the contact form, our source is email now, and from there, it has sent the this output to the email node, which is basically be able to from where we are. This is sending an email to the user. In the backend, if we look at the ticket, we have this user with this email, JPL integration, invalid, and the priority score, the category, the ticket status, sentiment score, web form, and all these details are filled up, and the ticket is created. The number is has to be submitted, has to be filled up, and probably that will be done by the user, by the human team itself. The email has been sent, so let's just check out our email. All right, so we have got an email in the French language, actually. Bonjour, Charles, Mercy, and all these details. You can see how descriptive this email is from the agent, and this kind of detailed response you can only get by the help of an AI agent. And in order to feed any information to the knowledge base, we also have set up a knowledge rag base setup here. So there's a trigger in the Google Drive account, and if somebody submits a file over there, it will automatically transfer that file to the Pinecone vector database, and from there it will be used as a knowledge base inside this agent. So that's it for this video. If you found this helpful and you want to have something like this for your own company, then definitely feel free to send me put that in the comment, and I'll reach out to you. Or else you can send me an email on my email registered in the channel. And if you like the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.